So I saw this graphic about the participants in the 2024 Paris Olympics, and this graph shows us the ages of Olympians for each sport divided by males and females. Red dots represent females and blue ones represent males, and the ages are down here. I don't know if you can see it: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. Something that I teach my AP classes about is something called standard deviation, or the bell curve. And this is just basically how data samples kind of vary. You can see there's a lot of the data that's going to fall in this average range and smaller amounts as we get to the more extremes. And I don't know why, but I just love seeing this bell curve in just everyday life. This bell curve is obviously, larger or smaller compared to the sport. You can see equestrian. There's a lot of variation within the ages of the participants, or like the rugby sevens, where there's a lot less variation. And every single one of these kind of has some variation within their data. You can see the shooting here has kind of a weirder bell curve where there's a lot more towards this end of the spectrum. One down here that might be hard to see is skateboarding, where a lot of the females are a lot younger than the males. You can see the females here in red are younger than the males in this sport. And there's even variation between the different sports. You can see there's not a lot of data for the marathon swimming or like the BMX compared to like things like volleyball or shooting. But overall, I love these graphics that show standard deviation in everyday life. I think it helps us understand how standard deviation and statistics really influences almost all data.